And now, it's the segment everyone is talking about. It's time to talk tourism with one of our tourism leaders from around the state. You are looking at a barbecue grill with some delicious items being prepared for National Barbecue Day. It is a special celebration in Florida, and we're thrilled to have one of the best, the barbecue guy himself from Bubba's Roadhouse in Fort Myers. Check him out right next to me, Jay Johnson. Jay, thank you so much for joining us. One of our first guests here on Spotlight on Florida. We are thrilled to have you.
Joel, great to be here. We're actually in Cape Coral, Florida, which is right next to Fort Myers. But
Gotcha.
It's National Barbecue Day. We've got pulled pork we've been working on for hours. Got some brisket, some ribs. We even do a barbecued salmon. And we're excited to be celebrating today.
This is pretty cool. I mean, it's National Barbecue Day, and this is something in Florida that we should definitely be celebrating, right? I mean, this is a good time to celebrate.
100%. I think one of the things about Florida and barbecue is, there's certain areas of the country that are known for barbecue, but in Florida, we bring all that together. And you're able to find every type of barbecue just here in the state. Because, we have transplants from Texas, from North Carolina, South Carolina, and we bring all those traditions and flavors, and we mix them together, and we make a unique flavor that I'd love to call Florida barbecue, which really takes the best of everyone and makes it work.
I know there's a lot of people that know about Bubba's in Cape Coral, Bubba's Roadhouse, but you gotta go through some of these dishes with me. Talk to me about what's special there and why people are always coming back.
Well, as we started with, barbecue is one of the things that we're known for is our barbecued pulled pork. It's one of our best sellers. Then we do have, I like to think of us more of a steakhouse. We hand cut all of our steaks every day and cook them on the grill, just like that picture behind you. And people come back because we're consistent on our flavors. We're consistent on our products, and barbecue, especially on the pulled pork, the ribs, and the brisket are some of our best sellers.
Okay, so talk to me about sauces, what kind of flavors we have, and what we got.
So we like to use what we call Bubba Sauce. It is a very smoky barbecue sauce. It picks up the flavor of our grill, and that's one of our signature tastes. So that's what we tend to focus on, is our very smoky barbecue sauce, which has a little bit of tang, but isn't too spicy.
All right, yeah, so Southwest Florida, talk to me about what people, is it the chicken, the ribs, the pulled pork? I mean, what's the winner when we're talking about Southwest Florida food?
Boy, that's a tough one. As I said, we go through a lot of ribs. We've been doing barbecue ribs for 32 years now, and we like to think that we have it down. But we got those flavors, and we got people that swear by them, won't go anywhere else. Our newest item, the pulled pork, we added about 20 years ago. Yeah, right? For 20 years we've been doing our own pulled pork. We cook. This has
been you the whole time, Jay?
Yes.
All this time? Okay.
All this time.
This is your place, yeah.
This is it. The one that's behind me, that one we opened up 26 years ago. We used to be located down the street. We opened in '94, so we're excited about having that longevity and knowing what we're doing with our food.
That's pretty cool. I mean, so Jay, this, we have tourism people in the industry watching all over the state. I mean, talk to me about what people should know. It's barbecue season. What's good for people to do around this time to attract people to hotels and different locations and cities around the state?
Well, one of the things that we find is a lot more people are considering themselves foodies. Now, while we don't think of ourselves being a foodie restaurant, we consider ourselves a restaurant that does food right and just good food. We don't add the 17 spices, but I think people love going out and trying different types of barbecue. And I think if you can draw in that crowd, that barbecue crowd, you've got a winner.
All right. Hey, obviously Memorial Day. It's around the time of Memorial Day. It's a huge time for barbecue. I don't know, but I mean, as much as I try to grill, it never tastes as good as it does when I come into a place like yours. So I don't know what the secret is, but talk to me about Memorial Day and how excited everybody is about this time of
We're
year?
excited for Memorial Day. First and foremost, you got to say, remember, Memorial Day is a time to honor those that served for us and paid the ultimate price. And we consider ourselves a very American restaurant, and we take the time to honor those that fought for our freedoms and allow us to do what we do. And that being said, we try to push barbecue and that outdoor grilling and that fun family atmosphere, and have people come in and relax and let us do the cooking for you.
That's why I like it. That's my favorite. I messed up completely on this interview. I should have had you send me something so I could sample it here and taste it and just give you my feedback.
We weren't thinking. We'll have to do something.
Okay, next time. Next Memorial.
Next time. But you know what? The most important part is when you come to eat with us is you don't have to do the dishes. We do those too.
I love it. I love that. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, listen, I know we got to wrap this interview up, but I want to talk to you a little bit about advocacy and how people like you're a restaurateur, you're very active. I know with the Florida Restaurant Lodging Association, you're at the Capitol, you're talking to your legislators down there. I mean, and people in the tourism industry, several of them like you have been involved for years, and more are getting involved now to be a part of this process. Talk to me about the importance of advocacy and why you do it.
Well, I think it's important to be involved for a number of reasons. One, if you think of water level, when water rises, all ships go with it. So even though I'm just one restaurant, if we're able to create a great environment here in Florida for us to operate, not only will I benefit, but the whole industry will benefit. And anyone that's had something built next to them, like another restaurant, and you get nervous at first, but that other restaurant really creates more traffic and brings more people to the area. And that now people that don't know where you're located are passing you and seeing you. And I think that's where advocacy comes in, is because we're working on the whole industry and the industry of the whole. You know, we don't want to focus solely on ourselves. We need to look at everyone, because as they get stronger and the industry gets stronger, we get stronger. And the problem is, if you don't pay attention, things get slipped through that are potentially harmful. And it's our job to speak up for the industry as a whole and say, hey, that doesn't work for us, or hey, this does. Because the last thing we want is to create an environment where it's very difficult to operate. And
I love that.
The more we are involved in regulations and laws and anything that affects the industry, we're able to help shape how that environment is that we operate. And all of a sudden you don't have an outlier that really causes you some pain and heartache. And instead we like to be at the forefront and to stop that, because there are unintended consequences on almost every legislation or every regulation. And if you don't have someone that deals with it every day, you don't know to stop that or to speak up and say, hey, this is a big problem, you're making a problem where there wasn't one before.
I see what you're saying, and I've heard this for years, but a lot of people don't realize it, but legislators come from all different backgrounds. Some of them are lawyers, bankers, veterinarians. They're different professions. They don't know everything about every industry, so it's really important that they hear from people that are in the industry, like you're saying, so they understand if there's going to be some sort of an unintended consequence on some bill or something that they're considering. I mean, I've been with you at countless FRLA events. We're always, at those events. I've seen you at the Capitol advocating there. But talk about what you do in your local district to make sure you get involved with your elected officials.
Well, on the local level, every member of our local delegation, I know personally. I've talked to them. I've fed them. Now that I think about it, I've fed every single one of them at some point. Whether it be campaign events, personal events, things of that nature, or they just happen to be at a charity event that we're doing the food. And food is one of those great mediums, and it opens up conversation, because who doesn't love to eat? I mean, it doesn't matter where you are on which side of the aisle, food is one of those things that breaks down all barriers. And you put on a chef coat, bring some hot, tasty barbecue. I mean, who's going to say no? And it allows you to get that conversation going and to really start the dialogue that you can then follow up with at a more appropriate time on specific issues. And those legislators are more apt to answer their phone and to return those emails when they know who they're dealing with.
That's it. Hey, see, now that's why you're one of the best in the state. Jay Johnson from Bubba's Roadhouse. one of the premier restaurateurs in this state. Man, we love seeing you. I love you being on Spotlight on Florida. It's so great to have you here, and couldn't be a better time. National Barbecue Day.
Well, thanks, Joel. I appreciate you having me, and we're looking forward to Memorial Day and the busy barbecue summer season.
All right, thanks for joining us. And that's going to wrap it up. Thank you for tuning in as we celebrate the achievements and trends shaping our beloved state. Be sure to join us next time for more exciting updates from Florida's tourism industry, and follow us on social media to stay up to date throughout the week. For now, I'm Joel Silver in the Spotlight on Florida studios. We'll see you next time.